That's too hot. Hey guys, what is up? It's Amy here and welcome back to my channel. I forgot to finish my intro, but I make videos on sustainable living for anyone and everyone, so hit that subscribe button if you want to save the planet, because why wouldn't you want to save the planet or something like that? So today we're going to be doing another sustainability video. This is basically where I drink some tea and watch sustainability videos. I'm a sucker for puns, I'm sorry. Today's video is 17 ways to make your home more organic, sustainable, and eco-friendly. I think this is going to be an interesting video because it's always great. I love videos where it shows you a bunch of different tips because then you can apply the ones that will work for your lifestyle, and if you already do some of these things, you can figure out different things that you can do to just live a more sustainable life, because I believe in small steps rather than big changes. So I'm really excited to watch today's video. The person who made this video is called Lucie, Fink. Never seen her videos before, so I'm really excited for today's video.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Lucie Fink. If you've never
I love her energy.
been to this channel before and you've never seen me before, I'm Lucie. Be sure to click on the little subscribe button in the corner to join.
Also, this has nothing to do with the video, but her decoration, absolute goals. I love the little diamond mirrors in the back. That's so cute.
And the family. And give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to learn all that I know. Well, not all that I know, but some stuff. Over the past few years, I myself have made a ton of changes in my life, and as it happens, my home and my life in general has just become so much more organic and sustainable and eco-friendly, and I'm really, really proud of all these changes. My whole desire to do this must have started somewhere along the way during one of my 5-day challenges for Refinery 29, because I've now done so many challenges that revolve around living a healthier lifestyle and being overall a better person in this universe. And now I feel like I've become a wellness person.
It's really interesting that she said that her sustainability journey started with challenges, because last week's video that we did was Michelle I honestly don't know how to pronounce the last name. She did like a zero waste challenge. I wonder if doing challenges is actually a good way to get started, because you're able to just kind of try it out.
And don't get me wrong, I know I'm by no means a health and wellness expert. I haven't done this research myself. I don't know all there is to know about the human body or health. And yeah, I'm not a scientist. But that being said, I've now invested so much of my time to reading books on these topics and listening to podcasts on them and reading articles. And so for that reason, I do feel semi-knowledgeable, and I feel really excited to impart this wisdom on.
I wish you would show us what those books are. She's just showing like a stack of books. I kind of want to know what the books are that she's talking about.
On you today. I get so excited when companies that align with me and with the topics that I'm interested in want to partner up with me, so you can only imagine how excited I was when Hapsy, the organic mattress in a box company, reached out to me to sponsor this video. I think the universe and I must be on the same page, because I had been consuming so much content about the importance of having an organic mattress, and then Hapsy showed up in my inbox.
Organic latex pillow? Latex? Isn't that just plastic? See, when she said organic mattress, I was thinking like cotton, because usually when you think of like sustainable fabrics, you think of organic cotton. I thought latex was just plastic, but I'm gonna look this up. Oh, it's found in nature, milky fluid, 10% of all foreign plants. Oh, I had no idea. Oh, it's rubber. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, that makes sense.
And I freaked out. And switching over to using an organic mattress is #1 on my list of 17 ways to make your home more organic. So let's get into the video. Let's begin in the
Whoa, wait a minute. Have I been greenwashed? I thought this video was gonna be about how to make your home more sustainable. I kind of want to make a whole video about organic and kind of like the nuance of it, but I thought if this video is just gonna be all about organic, then so I'm wondering if this is just an ad is what I'm wondering, because the whole video started out with her organic mattress, and now she's titling it how to make your house more organic. Is it just gonna be 17 organic things you can buy? I'm curious.
bedroom. Number 1, replace your mattress. We spend
Okay, so number 1 is buying something organic.
about a third of our lives on our mattresses. That's kind of crazy. 1/3 of our lives is spent right here on this piece
Not if you're a college student, because then it's like 1/4 or even 1/5.
of material. But even still, so many people don't even give a second thought to what type of mattress they have. And so many mattresses out there are made with toxic dyes and chemicals, or they have flame retardants in them which can off-gas chemicals into the air. Not good. Not good at all. I recently swapped my mattress out for a certified organic Hapsy.
I'm just gonna skip this first one because it's just an ad. Okay.
Alright, number 2, use essential oils to make bedroom sprays.
This video is stressing me out. I hate it. Just man, but it's just gonna be things you can buy.
Use essential oils to make bedroom sprays. If you want your bedroom to smell like a relaxing spa, ditch those fake artificial scents that you're spraying around or plugging into the walls, and instead do this all naturally by creating some non-toxic room sprays inside of.
This is actually kind of a good idea. Instead of using like Febreze, I'm guessing she's gonna say water and different essentials. I actually have some lavender, tea tree, orange, and then lemon. I have a diffuser right here. It lights up, it's super cool. I think it's a good idea to ditch like room sprays or any kind of perfumes because they're really toxic, so they're bad for you. And then they're also super wasteful because you have to like keep repurchasing it. But the thing is, essential oils also use up a lot of resources because it's so concentrated. You may be using less packaging, but you also have to consider other ways that the things you consume could be using up energy. And essential oils use so much product because they have to like extract everything. I don't even know how many oranges went into this small little bottle of orange essential oil, but it had to be a lot. I think it is a great idea to ditch those like toxic Febreze and other kinds of sprays like that because they're just not good for your body or the environment because they're so infused with chemicals, and it's also just a lot of wasted packaging. But when it comes to essential oils, I really want to do more research into like actually how sustainable they are, and I got all of them before actually considering whether or not essential oils can be super wasteful. And I was watching a video by Sedona Christina, one of my favorite sustainability YouTubers, and she was talking about how you have to consider that essential oils are so concentrated. When you're trying to think of things that can be more sustainable, you have to consider everything rather than just like the parts of it that you see. So you may see that essential oils last a long time, so it's less packaging, but you also have to consider how much resources went into making this little bottle of essential oils as well. So I actually want to do a little bit more research into essential oils before I purchase more. I think it's important to look further into these, and that video by Sedona Christina really motivated me to like always consider whether or not something actually is sustainable rather than just like being like, well, everyone else on YouTube who does sustainability videos says it's sustainable, so therefore it is.
Glass bottles. Or to make things easier, get an essential oils diffuser. At the moment, I'm using a sleek all-white porcelain diffuser, and it comes with a ton of essential oils and
see, that's another problem. Like if you get a set of essential oils, you didn't pick them out, so looks like this one came with like 4 or 5 of them. What if 3 of them you don't really like and you never use them? That just goes to waste. And like I was talking about earlier, essential oils probably come with a lot of resources probably goes into making a little bottle of essential oil. So don't get a set of them because unless you know for sure that you're going to use all of them, don't get a set.
Including sweet orange, eucalyptus, and lemongrass. My personal favorite, which I keep out of the box because I use it so often, is grapefruit. Using an essential oils diffuser has been said to help promote better sleep, and there may also be different cognitive or respiratory benefits based on which essential oil you're using. Number 3, moving on to the kitchen. Start a composting bin in your freezer. Putting your food.
Yes, so back in college, freshman year, I did composting because there's like a compost in my like hallway. But then sophomore year, I literally, when I was looking at apartments, every time I'd be like, do you guys have composting here? None of the apartments on campus had any kind of composting, which was sad.
Food waste and other compostables in a metal bowl inside your freezer is a great.
Yes, freezer, that's but freshman year when I did compost, I did do the freezer method because it's just so much better. You don't have to, it doesn't smell, it's literally just it freezes and you don't have to smell anything, and it's just a great way to compost.
Is a great idea because number one, it doesn't start to smell at all, and number two, it's really easy to remove. Once a week or however often you want, you just,
because then it doesn't get sticky and gross.
Pour the contents into a paper bag and bring it to the farmer's market. Most farmer's markets offer food scraps collection or compost.
Can't you just take your container with you and dump it into a compost? It seems a little wasteful to get a paper bag that you're gonna use every week just to get rid of your compost.
So just take a look online to see if you can do this at your local spot. Number 4, ditch all plastic straws and replace them with reusable stainless steel straws.
Honestly, if you still use plastic straws in your house, stop it. I really don't get it. In my family, we've never been straw people, so I couldn't imagine just using plastic straws at home for no reason. But yeah, definitely plastic straws is a great way to be more sustainable if you are a straw user. Maybe you like your iced coffee or smoothies, I don't know. But yeah, definitely a great idea to become more sustainable.
I made this change in my home years ago when I did 5 days of living waste-free, but I personally love drinking out of a straw, specifically for an iced coffee or for a water mixed with apple cider vinegar, 2 drinks that I might want to protect my teeth from. So straws can come in handy, but I
guess that's a good reason to use straws. They are better for your teeth. Maybe I should start using straws.
Using reusable stainless steel straws is a way better idea than using those plastic straws that wind up filling up our oceans and are really damaging to marine life.
And I think another add-on to that tip is anything that you just use once and throw away and use like multiple of, try to see if you can find a version of it that is like not just single use and something that you can use over and over again. So things like plastic bags, paper towels, menstrual products, these are all things that there are versions where you can just use it over and over again. Oftentimes it used to be that everything was reusable, but companies are profiting off of how much easier it is to just do single use because you don't have to wash anything.
Number 5, we've got a whole hand of ideas now. Replace your plastic wrap with reusable beeswax wrap. Cling wrap.
One of my roommates had one of these. It's really cool. I just use Tupperware to cover food, so I don't use this, but that's actually a really cool idea instead of using plastic wrap. That's like another thing that my family doesn't buy. Plastic wrap. We buy like plastic bags for like putting things in the freezer, but plastic wrap just seems wasteful to me because you can just put it in a container that you cover, right?
Wrap itself is pretty difficult to recycle, so much of the time it just winds up in the ocean, and then marine animals can mistake it for a jellyfish and they can try to eat it and they wind up choking. It's really sad. So this beeswax wrap that I have is biodegradable, it's compostable, and you can reuse each sheet for up to a year. Number 6, replace your paper towels with reusable cloth or rags. I think I already mentioned this, but yeah, it's a great idea to think of things that you use all the time and just get reusable versions. So yeah, instead of using paper towels, just use regular towels. Paper towels are better than others. Maybe they're made with recycled paper or bamboo, but when I went through
something that gives me a headache is single-use items that are compostable or recycled. On one hand, yes, recycled paper towels are better than regular paper towels, but you know what's like 10 times better? A reusable paper towel. I actually have a video on greenwashing that you should definitely check out because I go into a little bit on like how companies greenwash.
Trash years ago for 5 days of zero waste, I found that a majority of what I was throwing away included napkins and paper towels. So I was dry.
Yeah, and napkins are another thing that we don't buy in our family. Whenever you go to restaurants and they give you like 3 million napkins, I'm just like, what? I went to Subway a while back to get my mom a sandwich and they gave me like 6 napkins for a sandwich, and I'm just like, I don't need that. No, thank you. And they don't even ask before giving it to you too. It's really sad.
Drastically overusing them. I think a better alternative is just having reusable cloths folded on your kitchen counter, ready to grab at a moment's notice for any purpose. Number 7, replace all plastic kitchen Tupperware and containers with glass or stainless steel.
This is a good idea. I'd say more for your health rather than the planet. I think it's really detrimental to tell people if you have like plastic anything, just throw it away and get glass instead, because yes, glass is more sustainable because of the fact that it can be recycled infinitely rather than plastic that you have to like add new. It's a whole thing. But I think when it comes to things that are reusable, I don't think plastic is really that bad if you already have it in your home. I'd say when you replace it, definitely replace it with glass if you can afford to, but I think we should stop telling people to get rid of the plastic things that they have and replace it immediately with glass. I just think it's not the most environmentally friendly way, because then you're just buying something new to replace something that was already useful.
Reusable storage. When you're using plastic containers, harmful chemicals can be getting...
But I think on the point of toxins, that would be a reason to get rid of your plastic. So instead what you can do is use your plastic Tupperware to store things that aren't food, or to store dry food. So I use, I'm not gonna show you guys, but I have like plastic containers that I put just random things, and yes, it is plastic, which is unsustainable, but when it's not single use, I don't think plastic is that bad, because technically I could use that literally forever. So I think it's okay to use plastic containers if it's not food and if it's not single use. So yeah, I use plastic to store things like that. I would use plastic to store beans, things like that. We have like a huge plastic tub that we use to store rice and flour, and it works fine. It's gonna last forever. It's something that you wash and use again. So don't feel pressured to get rid of all of your plastic if it's serving a purpose in your life currently.
Into your food. One of my best friends from Johns Hopkins University is currently studying reproductive toxicology at Duke University, so I asked her all about this, and here's what she had to say. Plastic containers are made up of various compounds and chemicals, and some of these are considered endocrine disrupting chemicals, which means they have a chemical structure that looks similar to some of the hormones that our bodies make, like testosterone, estrogen, and thyroid hormone. And these chemicals can potentially leach out of the plastic containers or even a plastic water bottle into our food and water, causing unnatural activation or suppression of the activities that those hormones would naturally regulate. Number 8, create a zero waste market kit for shopping in bulk and for carrying home your products in reusable bags. If you're just not sure what to buy here, consider shopping at a place that puts these kits together for you. So the kit that I have is from Lauren Singer and her...
Also, a tip that I have is when it comes to containers, use plastic or other light containers, because the glass is really heavy. It's just easier if you do plastic, or you can have those, they have bags like the bags that she's showing here. Use like small versions of that to carry even things like rice, and it'll just be easier to carry because it's lighter. And then when you get home, you can put them into your cute little mason jars.
Package-free shop. I'm gonna put a link to her shop below, because this zero waste market kit plus a lot of the other items you're gonna see in this video.
My third semester of college, I took a class called Sustainable People. It was for my sustainability minor, and it was basically sustainability 101, and one of the things that we talked about was life cycle assessment. And when it comes to like reusable cotton bags, you have to use that, like, I think it's like 200 times for it to have the same impact as a plastic bag, a single plastic bag. So when you consider that, and then you think of how many people buy reusable cotton bags and how many times a week do you use that bag, and then how many years would you have to use that cotton bag for it to like match up to the environmental impact of a plastic bag, you think about how, and you realize the impact we people who are trying to be sustainable have when we keep buying reusable cotton bags. When it comes to sustainability, we need to consider the whole impact of an item, and not just like, well, I'm not using plastic bags, so this is better. But when you're buying a reusable cotton bag, that took so much water and resources, way more than a single plastic bag. So when you use that cotton bag 5 times and then lose it, then you just did way worse for the environment than if you would have just gotten 5 plastic bags. So I think we need to take a more holistic approach and stop buying cotton bags. There's so many at Goodwill. If you can't find a reusable cotton bag anywhere in your city, then I'd consider buying this reusable kit. But before that, please try to find these items at a thrift store or in your home. You can try to DIY them, but I think that's a much more sustainable step rather than just outright buying it. And also, mason jars are another big thing in the sustainability movement. Just get them from Goodwill. They have so many. You can literally, if you want them to match, you will find matching mason jars, I swear. Or you can just reuse glass jars that you have.
Are from there, so I'll try to call them out as we go. And if you are one of those people that has...
But a lot of the other stuff on there is really cool. Like the wash, what's it called? scrub. I think that's cool, having like a zero waste version of that. Some things I understand buying brand new, but I think cotton bags, mason jars, utensils, those are things you can get secondhand.
A ton of plastic bags from multiple trips to the grocery stores across
reuse your plastic bags as well. I've done it before. I'll put like plastic bags in my reusable bags when I go to the store, so that when the reusable bags are done, then they'll just use the plastic ones.
Multiple years. You can actually bring those bags back to your grocery store for recycling. Number 9, and we're moving on to the bathroom. Stop buying that virgin fiber toilet paper that's bleached and has chemicals and dyes in it, and instead switch over to 100% recycled toilet paper. Number 10.
I think they also have toilet paper that's like not package free, but it comes in less plastic packaging.
10, and we're on to 2 hands. If you have a period, switch over to reusable organic cotton panty liners.
I 100% recommend. I've never in my life have I used a tampon, and I'm just too scared to at this point, so I couldn't do menstrual cups. Just the thought of it, for the longest time ever, I was like, I should really switch over to a menstrual cup, but I just wouldn't do it because deep down I was like, no, I'm too scared for that. So I kept using I would like be like, man, I should do menstrual cups. I'll just wait until next time I'm on my period. And then I'd get on my period and I'd be like, oh no, I have to go buy pads now. So I just, after a while, I was just like, okay, I just need to do reusable pads because I'm just never going to do menstrual cups. Find a reusable period situation that you are comfortable with. There's also like period underwear. They have menstrual cups, period pads. There's like a whole situation. There's a lot that you can do. So find one that you're comfortable with.
Or the lowest waste option would be a menstrual cup, which is a medical grade silicone cup that is good for up to 10 years. Disposable pads and tampons can create a lot of waste, and many of them have components on them that are just non-biodegradable. So these washable panty liners are an organic and sustainable alternative. Number 11, create your own homemade non-toxic cleaning.
This is a good idea. I've done this before. I think it's great, and it saves you a lot of money too, because it's like $3 for a thing of like Clorox spray when you can get vinegar, lemon, baking soda, all the ingredients, and you can make it for way cheaper and with less packaging.
Liquids. I used a Cleaning Essentials glass spray bottle that has the proper measurements on it for all different types of cleaners. I wanted to make an all-purpose cleaner, so I added distilled white vinegar, a tablespoon of hemp rose castile soap, 24 drops of a lavender essential oil, and then
is that for like smell? I'm guessing it's just for like the air and
filled it up to the top with filtered water. And this spray can now wash everything from countertops to my fridge to glass and more. Number 12, if you're using a plastic shower curtain or liner, make sure it does not have PVC. PVC, or polyvinyl chloride, is in a lot of those plasticky materials. They can emit dangerous volatile.
Plastic is everywhere, you guys. For the longest time ever, I didn't know that even clothing had plastic. Like when you have a shirt that's like made from synthetic materials, it actually sheds plastic that gets into our oceans. So I didn't know that for the longest time ever. But yep, plastic is literally everywhere. And I think you can also buy filters for your washing machine that collects all of the plastic so that it doesn't get into the oceans.
Organic compounds, or VOCs, into the air. I needed to replace both the inner liner and the outer curtain of mine. The inner liner was starting to get a little stained. As you can see, it started out very white and now it's sort of orange towards the bottom. So I got a mildew resistant curtain that's non-toxic and PVC free, and then I replaced my outer curtain with an organic cotton curtain that has a pretty pattern on it. Number 13, try making your own DIY zero waste bathroom products. You can follow recipes for so many of these, like toothpaste, deodorant, detergent.
I saw an ad for like toothpaste tablets that I really want to try. I really want to order them. Maybe I should do a video on them, but it was really interesting. You like chew it and then brush your teeth. That's super cool. I've tried making my own like DIY toothpaste and stuff, but I was kind of scared that it would erode my teeth. Like I already don't have very healthy teeth, so I was like, let's not do that, because it's basically just baking soda, and if you don't have the right proportions, you could be just like really hurting your teeth. So I don't want to make my own, but I think it's really cool that they have like little tablets, and It comes in a glass bottle, and I think it's really cool that they have that.
Shampoo and a lot more at trashesfortossers.com. The toothpaste recipe is my personal favorite, and it calls for 2 tablespoons of organic coconut oil, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and 20 or so drops of a mint flavored.
Is that safe to put in your mouth?
Essential oil, or really whatever flavor you want your toothpaste to be. You mix it up in a glass
So it's just for the taste?
Jar and you're good to go. Number 14, replace your dental floss that comes in plastic containers with natural dental lace. I floss my teeth every day. It's right there on my bullet journal tracker. But obviously most of the dental flosses that are sold at the drugstore come in plastic packages.
Is that a plastic? I'm not judging at all because I just recently got a reusable like metal razor because I just finally went through all of my plastic because I got a couple years ago I got a huge pack of like these same little plastic razors, and I just got through all of them now. So I invested in, it wasn't even an investment, it was like $7 in a reusable razor. So I'm not judging.
And are made from synthetic materials. This natural dental lace from Package Free Shop is 100% silk.
Is this an ad for the Plastic Free Shop?
Comes in a little glass jar and it's refillable. 15, we're almost at the end. For makeup remover pads, instead of either using makeup remover wipes or single-use cotton.
I have this little makeup removing towel. It's super soft and it gets off your makeup so nicely, and it's really soft and doesn't like pull out your skin. So yes, definitely a great idea to invest in that. They made single-use makeup removers. They were in little plastic squares that you open up, and then it's like a single makeup removing wipe, and it makes me sad to think that people are actually buying this. They have makeup wipes that are like this big, but they've now made a single-use version of a single-use product.
Cotton rounds that come wrapped in plastic. Switch to reusable cotton rounds that are washable, or just make your own reusable pads at home by cutting up a cotton washcloth. Number 16, and we're moving on to the living space. Plants, plants, plants. Get plants. Many plants help remove those volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, from the air. Some plants, like spider plants.
I love plants. When I move into my new space, the first thing I'm going to do is literally buy like 10 plants.
Are known to purify the air. And if you're looking for a quick fix and a way to make your home feel more organic today, get a plant.
I used to have the yellow one you see there with the ball, but she died. She was over there. She died. I think I forgot about it because it's like a succulent. So I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about her. And then I just looked one day and it was already turning brown.
Don't worry if you're not that good at taking care of things, because there are plenty of plants that don't need a lot of attention and don't need to be watered every day. But I myself have 2 lime trees in my home, and then my whole windowsill is lined with other plants, and I can't tell you how much more natural and organic this place feels just because of that greenery. And lastly, number 17, we've made it to the end. Replace all of your scented candles with soy candles. I used to have candles that were just kind of random scents. I didn't even know where I got them. The candles didn't even have labels on them, and that's quite alarming. The paraffin in those types of candles can release highly toxic—
I've never been a candle person. I do love the smell, but I think essential oils are just safer. My roommate would like candles, and I love the smell of candles, but I just would burn a whole place down if I would use candles. That seems like a good idea, to replace toxic candles with more natural versions.
VOCs when burned. So even though it might smell like a holiday Christmas gingerbread cookie, it can actually be carcinogenic to burn that in your home. So these new candles that I set up around my home are all from Package Free Shop. They're 100% soy.
Is this an ad?
Soy candles have no toxins, no carcinogens, no pollutants, and
I'm waiting for her to put a discount code. Maybe I missed it.
And what's even better is that they last longer than regular candles. Good to know. And those are my 17 tips for making your home more organic. All of these changes are tiny steps towards living a better and a healthier lifestyle overall, but I do want to mention, I know that living an organic lifestyle is not cheap, which is why I'm giving you 15% off your Hapsy order of $700 or more.
She keeps saying living an organic life. Although that this video had a lot of good tips, it just seems like she's trying to sell us on organic. From my first impressions of this video, this seems like the whole video seems like an ad.
This is valid through July 1st, 2019. Get yourself an organic mattress. Use the code Lucie15 to get that discount. Hapsy is GOTS certified organic, and the entire mattress is certified organic, so not just like one piece of it, the whole thing. It's entirely free of polyurethane foams, glues, and adhesives, and those flame retardants that I told you about before. The cotton fabric on Hapsy mattresses is grown.
Her ring is pretty. I love that.
It's processed without bleaches or toxic dyes, and it comes from an organic farm using fair labor practices. All of these considerations were very important to me when it came to choosing what I wanted to lie myself down on every single night, and I hope they're important to you too. So if they are, use Lucie15, get that money off, and get yourself an organic mattress to start getting better sleep. I hope this video was helpful and inspired you to make some changes around your home. Comment below if you have any more tips on this topic, because I'm always down to make more changes. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Subscribe right here before you go. Give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, so final thoughts on the video. I liked a lot of the tips that she shared, especially when it came to composting. I think that was a great tip, putting your compost in the freezer. I like the tip of switching things that you have that aren't reusable to reusable. I think she mentioned like reusable straws and reusable towels. Maybe she mentioned something else. A lot of the tips in this video I think are really sound and can make your home more sustainable. I really don't want to be negative Nancy, and she seems like such a sweet girl, so I don't want to like roast her, but this video just came out like an ad, and I have nothing against YouTubers using their platforms, making money off of their platforms. That's definitely not what this is about. I think it's perfectly okay. It's obviously a job, so it makes sense making money off of this, but this whole video didn't seem very genuine. It didn't seem like she actually wanted to help people be sustainable. It seemed like she was using the fact that this was an organic cotton mattress or latex mattress to sell this whole sustainability thing. And there was a couple other things that I noticed about her lifestyle that I don't think is very sustainable. Let me elaborate on this so I don't come off as like a super mean person, but I looked at her channel again, and she actually has a recent video that I watched as I was editing this, where she talks about like all of those zero waste products that she uses in a day. That video is actually really great. I'll link it down below so you guys can go watch it, because I really liked it. But this video that I reacted to was posted, I think, almost 2 years ago or something, and I saw a lot of things that I saw in this video were kind of problematic to me and were kind of anti-sustainability in a way. Number one is the fact that there's so many subliminal messages of buying things to replace things you already have to become more sustainable. The biggest of which is obviously getting rid of your mattress, which could be working perfectly fine for you, and buying this mattress just because it's organic. And I just think it's really problematic to tell people to get rid of products they have and buy new products as a way of being sustainable. Obviously, there are times where you should do that, but not telling people to first use up what they have is sending the wrong message. And I looked at the comment section of this video, and a lot of people gave that same critique, where she never once, I don't think, mentioned to use up the products you already have or to use the things you have until they break before purchasing new items. So I think that was kind of problematic. And then the other thing that I saw that I thought was kind of problematic is the fact that she wasn't using some of her own tips. The biggest glaring mistake that I saw is the fact that she had single-use makeup wipes on her bathroom counter while she was talking about using the zero waste option. And once again, I think it's problematic to tell people to be sustainable by doing a certain thing and then also just blatantly not doing it. And that's such a simple swap. And from the looks of it, she didn't even use up her makeup wipes before purchasing these new ones. So I don't know. I just saw a lot of glaring mistakes in the message she was putting out and what she was actually doing in her own personal life. So I don't know. I don't really know this. I don't know her, so I don't know the ins and outs of her life, so I couldn't tell you whether or not this is her best at being sustainable. But I just think that someone who's promoting buying a over $1,000 mattress, I think has the resources to get a reusable razor, to get sustainable toothpaste. That was the other thing. She talked about having DIY toothpaste, even though I don't think she uses it because she had regular toothpaste on her countertop. So I just think it's important to practice what you preach, and it doesn't look like she's practicing everything that she preaches. At the very at least not when she filmed this video, because this was a long time ago, and some of her most recent content on sustainability I actually enjoyed. So yeah, that's kind of me talking a little bit deeper into this. So it doesn't seem like she's genuinely in the movement. It just seemed like this was just her way of making money. And I really feel it. I hope this isn't mean. I hope this doesn't come off condescending or anything like that. I'm not like policing sustainability. Any little thing, any little bit that people do, I think is admirable. So I have nothing against her for making money or for doing the best that she can. So that was it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too negative for you guys. If you enjoyed it, of course, leave it a like. You can also subscribe. It's that red button down there. It also helps me out a lot. My goal this year is 12,000 subscribers, 1,000 for every month. So if you want to help me get to that goal, definitely hit that red button. I will also have my social media link down below. This lighting is changing so much. I apologize sincerely. I've been talking for almost an hour. I don't have much more to say. That was it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys. The lighting changed again. Oh my god.